Hi Capricorn, thank you so much for tuning in. Welcome. We're here for you. This is your December 2020 reading. Let's see what does that play. I was just meditating on your energy actually, Capricorn, and well, before we get into it, we have a number of decks here that we may be working with today, and oh my. Okay, interesting that we're kind of talking about that because I'm looking at the Children's Spirit Animal deck, and I was going to say we're working with possibly that deck, in addition to the Wild Unknown by Kim Kranz. And I'm looking at the deck, I'm like, there's something kind of odd about it. There's like this break in the deck, and then I look and I see it's a Son of Cups who's from the Wild Unknown breaking out here. I'm hearing in between with the announcer, whoa, with the beaver do your chores, and the crow believe in the magic. And there is a card here at the base sitting on top of the Son of Cups. It is Dolphin Cooperative. Somebody's gonna be coming out about something here. I'm just hearing that way. At a certain point they're like, hey, oh my god, do the right thing, mirroring, do your chores, beaver, eagle. So for a number of you, like maybe someone feels like they're at that point where they have to really just be something for someone. I'm hearing that as well, and it's just that's where it's at. I'm hearing in that way, like it's no farther from that as the truth. So for a number of you, there is a shift here absolutely coming, but let's pull the cards here and see what comes through. Dear, I'm hearing also Aquarius. Okay, dear Capricorn, thank you guys for connecting, and little accent there for you. Okay. A little charm going off. Okay, but I'm hearing Leo very strongly. Now, Capricorn, what I'm getting for a number of you, okay, we got two cards here so far popping out. It's the Seven of Cups and the Hermit. I was meditating on your energy. I'm hearing Leo again very strongly here. Okay, this really wants to come out higher font. So I was like, so we got to talk about it. That is it. Like, and for a number of you, it's an ultimatum that you feel you're coming to with yourself even. I'm seeing the color yellow. There's something that just caught your eye. Justice here coming through as well. This has to do with Ten of Swords. Someone's getting really worried. They're getting freaked out. Like, what am I gonna say? What am I gonna do? What am I gonna not do in relation, to what I do? Like, yeah, gotta clean that up as well. Like, what is gonna be done about what has been done? Like, there's all these, like, different, well, I'm hearing there are a lot of questions. I'm hearing solving the equations. I'm hearing is the issue that we come to. Like, creating the issues, identifying the equations is not really, the part of the hat that's hard to wear. I'm hearing it in that way. It's more like, maybe someone has no problem saying, hey, this is an issue, but, like, when it comes down to taking on how we're going to solve that so-called, equation and really come out in a very direct way and claim something as well, the way that it is, the way that we feel it, is possibly the part that feels a little uncomfortable. So the Father Wands coming through with the Sun Wands, that energy came through so strongly in the Aries reading, Capricorn. You might want to check that reading out if you do feel guided, but always, take it as you will. Yeah, I'm hearing nobody's going to force you to make this decision. Ace of Pentacles upright, Nine of Pentacles upright. It comes down to you. I'm hearing, and the dirt that you pick up and you place where you want it to be in your garden, because no one else is going to do that. Let's clear it. I'm hearing the letter S-H. Now, I'm hearing he's shy. Okay, now let me just get another, well, you know what, let's just actually put you a little further back there than we could possibly see in some of the cards. Yeah, now what I'm seeing here, Capricorn, I was meditating on your energy. I was getting that there is, something I'm seeing. First of all, you're organizing something, you're putting things in order, and I'm seeing that that's something you're very, like, focused on, maybe preoccupied with the beaver and do your chores. But then on the other side of the spectrum, it's like there's something like of a memory space here, Six of Swords. There's something maybe that's been put on the back burner. It's like, what am I going to do about that? Six of Swords here, Son of Pentacles. It's some kind of offer, Daughter Cups as well at the base of the Hermit. There's something been heavily on your mind. You're very, very much thinking about it, very worried about it. Ooh, yes, Strength in reverse at the base of the Daughter Cups. It's something emotional. It's related to something emotional. The Father Cups upright, looking at the Six of Swords. I'm hearing, I'm not done yet with that, and I can just feel it. I know it. Temperance here, Ten of Cups, and the Fool. There's something nagging you, bothering you. It's like, you gotta, like, find a solution to this. Now, the Daughter of Wands is in reverse at the base of the Ten of Cups upright. We have something that we need to offer someone, is what I'm hearing. That's maybe what it comes down to. Yet again, it's like, we've been in this sort of waiting room dancing around with, I'm hearing pops and Pops and Sons. I don't know what that's alluding to. Okay, Temperance here in the Fool. It's like, we've kind of not made it official yet, okay? It's like, we've just been dancing. Like, we haven't yet said it, like, as we really feel it, as it really is. I'm hearing that as well. But that can't go on forever, right? So at a certain point, you have to say, yes, I'm really gonna be, like, moving. I'm hearing that as well. Or, like, yes, I'm really gonna be making this also, like, my my money. I'm hearing my money. Wow, making this my money. Interesting. One second. Somebody wants it. Maybe even, let's clear it. Work with someone, support someone. Maybe even like they want to be their producer, or like they want to take responsibility for something here. Ultimately, maybe they even want to adopt. I'm hearing that with the daughter wands in reverse, with a Fool upright. Absolutely, for number, maybe that is something that has been actually on your mind for quite some time. It could be an animal. It could be, however. It could be a friend, adopt a friend. Interesting, with the Fool. It could actually be something related to activism. I'm hearing that. 9 of Cups here with the daughter wands and the 10 of Cups. Now, it is like gonna get hot before it cools off, if that makes sense. I'm hearing that with the Fool. Okay. We've had how many alarms almost like go off for you here? Aries, I'm hearing very strongly. Ace of Wands in reverse. There's something happening very quickly. Someone feels rushed. Like, okay, I gotta do something. Either I'm gonna like say it or I'm not. Either I'm gonna like, you know, say also like sorry or I'm not. Either let's clear in the heart chakra. Either I'm gonna like, you know, say I'm hearing say what you need to say. I'm hearing that one second. Who will save your soul? Okay. Well, no one. The answer is no one. But you. No one can save your soul, baby, with the Fool and the Mother Cups. That's why we have also karma. So you can clean up your mess after, you know, if you feel like you made one at least, with the Father Swords. Let's clear it. It's all perspective as well with the Father of Wands. I'm hearing that here. Who's on the left side of the talk? Interesting. What does that mean? One second. Father Wands upright. So someone feels like something is kind of getting awkward in their own head with themselves, where they're like, yeah, I see like also these different sides of the perspective, and like they're all supposed to be here, but then none of them are saying what they need to each other. Like, okay, my heart's ignoring my mind. For example, my heart and my emotional needs are ignoring the psychology of the interaction. Interesting. Like, and maybe vice versa. My physical body is also not talking to my mind. I'm hearing in relation to my heart. Interesting. So it's like there's something that someone just feels like, yeah, maybe they didn't realize before, and now they do. The Devil right there with the Father of Wands and the Son of Wands and the Father of Cups and the Daughter of Swords. Something is getting kind of funny. Like, and maybe that's how someone feels like, okay, I'm not saying it, shit. Mother of Cups to about, okay, yeah, I'm not saying it. I'm here also to my family yet. Somebody wants to come out about something to their family. They're like, hey, I'm in love, yeah, I'm in love. Hi, I'm hearing, hi. Isn't that like a word in, I'm hearing height, like almost like haiku, but like height. I don't know. Something, maybe it's, is it Japanese or... I don't know. Seeing it as like H-A-I, height. Okay, I don't know. Is that a word? I feel like I've heard that. Anyways, for a number of you though, yeah, it's like, it just becomes kind of, sad. Because I'm seeing somebody is in a room with people. It's not sad as sad. This is maybe what someone's feeling. They're like, they feel sad maybe, not acknowledging this person in this way in front of their family. I'm hearing that like specifically. They're like, but that's something they realize, okay, where they say, oh my god, I haven't acknowledged her. I'm hearing like it in that way. Daughter of Wands in reverse, 10 of Cups upright, Fool upright. It's like something is even so formally, like it's like a procession, and then it gets to the point where someone's like, yeah, this isn't like really, this is not funny anymore. They're almost getting pushed through a procession. They feel like they're not really, you know, passionate. They're not really prioritized maybe also in that space as they feel it. It's like, that's just not my prize. Like, I don't want to win that. I'm hearing that as well. With the Emperor, like the Emperor came through upside down, but the Fool introed, and the Emperor then flipped upside. Right side. Well, to say this way, the Emperor was upside down, then he flipped up. So, and the Fool looks, okay, but whatever it is, the Wheel of Fortune, like, let's clear it. The Emperor is upright. That's the important thing. I don't know why that's such a focus, but it's like at the base of the Ten of Cups. So for a number of you, somebody's gonna, I don't know, they let's clear it. They're talking to someone, they're like, I can't stand, like, just, you know, being held to these expectations. I'm hearing that as well. 6 of Cups in reverse are so unrealistic. I'm hearing that. For a number of you, let's clear it. I'm hearing, I gotta take ownership of my life. 6 of Pentacles upright. For a number of you, Aries, I'm hearing very strongly with the Emperor. For a number of you, this is something maybe in the family. It's almost like this feeling, it's like in the movies when you're about to like say something, like character's about to like confess something. They're like, or they're about to react to something, like maybe someone's like, hey, can you come with us? Like they're assuming this person wants to go to this event. It's like, they're like, but, and like they don't say it, let's clear it. Like they're kind of just like, they hold their breath, right? I'm hearing sugar pie, honey bunch. You know that I love you. I can't help myself. People are like, they're dancing. It's like a family event. It's like, yeah, I cannot do this. I'm hearing that like specifically, like I can't look at them and not tell them also the truth about what I'm really feeling. So for a number of you, with the Chariot upright, I'm hearing, I'm hearing that with the Chariot upright. Like maybe there's just something, one second, somebody else is, oh yeah, in this space maybe asking like an honest question of this person. They're like, so what do you really feel like? Do you want to like move? They're asking them like this blatant question. This is somebody maybe who's kind of, I'm hearing they're suspended from school, so they're not really like in the talk. I don't know. They're not, possibly they're somehow like neutral. Okay, that you feel like you can kind of have like an open conversation with them. I'm hearing that with the Chariot. Like they don't have like anyone's business in mind. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just not that's not their business. I'm hearing that as well with the Chariot. Like it's something just you would never have that worry with them. Now, I'm hearing Ish. I'm hearing the son of Swords upright. I'm hearing Irish. I'm hearing that as well. Like they're from another country. I'm hearing that, I don't know what that is linked to. But anyways, it's like, so what do you want to do? Like, you want to like chase her down? I'm hearing that like specifically with the Chariot. Like in your heart, like what do you want to do? They feel like they can have this honest conversation with this person. They're like, yeah, I don't want to like, like also hurt her. Like I don't want to like, hurt her feelings. I don't want her to think that I'm like just her friend, but like I can't like fail my exam. I'm hearing with my family and like their friends and like their farm, and like this person's offloading all of the junk in the trunk of like their concerns. I'm hearing ultimately when it comes down to the Emperor, like one second, the Temperance. I'm hearing, 'cause I will follow you down. What's that song? I will follow you down. Oh, what is that song? It's in How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days when he's on the motorcycle. That scene has been going through a number of readings recently, but it's funny. Like, it's that song. Anywhere you go, I'll follow you. Dun, 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 dun. Anywhere you go, I'll follow you. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah. No, but somebody gets to a point. They're like, it's like there's a candle light in between them. They're like, I mean, what do you think? Like, you're gonna move, or like are you gonna like mail in a notice and like keep pushing it off to Friday? I'm hearing that with the Chariot and the Emperor, and this person's like, yeah, I don't know, it's just my family, and like they're so far left. I'm hearing that with the Moon in reverse, 9 of Cups. They're like trying to throw a ball to their family, but they're like, it's just not realistic. Like they're not gonna catch it, they're not gonna get it, they're not gonna give a shit. I'm hearing that as well. I don't know what that's linked to, but I don't know. One second. They're like kind of maybe almost like half asleep even. They're talking to this person like a dream state. Like, do you think I should like draw it in a picture format? I'm hearing that with the Chariot. Like this person maybe is trying to give them a tip. Like maybe try not to think about it. Like try to imagine it. Like how do you really feel? Do you feel like you want to like, like I'm hearing live far away from your family, your parents. I'm hearing that with the Chariot. Maybe this is even like a dream. They're talking to their spirit guides. One second. I'm hearing draw it out. I'm hearing that with the Chariot. Like if you can't say it, like see it and then translate that like maybe visually with the Chariot. And it's like maybe this is about someone coming out about something to their family. Yeah, there's a lot of pressure with that, but the more emotionally relevant it is, like rather than being like more kind of logical, like I don't know, where you say, hey, I can't do that because like I need to do this because like it's not a need, it's like I feel. I'm hearing situation with the 9 of Cups and the Chariot. So the more that we acknowledge that, the less we will also feel like we're not saying what we need to say. I'm hearing that in the way that we need to say it, and then we don't feel because you cannot feel bad for your feelings, right? So if you say, hey, this is how I feel, right? How can somebody turn and say, hey, like, time's up, like, about talking about that? Like, it's like, we can't finance your feelings. Like, that's a tricky space, right? So even if, let's say this is something where you want to tell maybe your employer or like a business you work for, hey, like, I need to change my job title a little bit, okay? Like, this is not really like making me like really, really happy. I'm hearing that as well. Like, it's more about not coming from the angle necessarily of like, well, this is this way and that's not working for me, and like logically this just doesn't make sense for me. It's more like, I feel this way, I feel guided towards this type of space, and acknowledging that is where I really need to sort of maybe come forward with I'm hearing the spectrum of emotion of, so there's an emotional tug of war here a little bit when it comes to talking on behalf of this televised commercial ad with the Temperance card. Somebody's like, something is a window of opportunity, they feel, but let's clear, it's also a project, well, a possible project, they feel it's very risky. writing about it even. They're like, I don't want to say it through like a letter. I don't want to say it like, you know, in a public way. Like, I don't want to, you know, call it out as anything. It's something maybe even like legal or even possibly religious, possibly cultural. It's like, it can get kind of, you can misinterpret the words. It's like somebody's wondering, how do I convey this truly, ultimately? And it might actually be, you know, do I show up physically and say it? I'm hearing that with the Temperance card. Let's clear it. So now, for a number of you, let's clear it in ground. Somebody is in the hallway and they're definitely pacing. I'm hearing that with the Chariot upright, Temperance upright. They're like, it's really hard for me to say this. I'm hearing really hard for me to say goodbye. I'm hearing that as well with the High Priestess in reverse, Death card upright. I'm hired for a gig. I'm hearing in a new company. I'm hearing that Justice in reverse, country. I'm hearing as well, and I'm hearing it's a farm. One second. 6 Wands in reverse, Magician in reverse. It's for a number of I'm hearing it's a family business or something like that. One second. Or maybe they're leaving a family business to work on another project, and like that is really going to be pretty controversial, possibly, as someone feels it. Like, I don't know if they're going to understand, because this could be a historical, like a family even cycle here, is like you take on the family name sort of thing. Hangman here, and it's like when you come forward and you're like, hey, I don't actually, you know, work like that, you know, that becomes a sort of screeching halt on the train, as it is maybe felt. And sometimes, right, who's to say that that is a negative thing, right? Sometimes it's like, well, was it negative or was it positive that there was a cycle to begin with? I don't know. That's for everyone to sort of work with as a concept. But the Death card here upright for themselves, and that could be you with you even, where you say, it's not like they're telling me to do anything, but in the back of my mind, I feel that there is that expectation. Now the Hangman here is upright. I'm hearing just say it. Just do it. I'm seeing somebody is at a point with somebody that they don't want to let them go, but they also don't want to let them in again. I'm hearing that as well. Either you're going to like let me go. I'm hearing that as well with the Ace of Cups, the Judgment card. Or we're going to start over, but it's got to be in a totally new way with the Star. Like, I'm not going to be going like on that road trip with you. I'm hearing like in this way. Unless we are, I'm hearing something else to one another as well. The Judgment card. Like, and it could be a metaphor, a road trip. You know, it's like something is also just taken way too long with the Hangman. You know, it's gotten out of control when it comes down to like, you know, the where does this lead question, like, you know, and what are we both doing, and who's financing the tires, and like what am I putting in, what are you putting in? It's like there's something of a question, and actually too many questions, like not just one if we're quite honest, but several with the Hangman. And this person's getting a little bit like overwhelmed, okay, with the expectations and where they're not met, and then keeping track of that in relation to the ones that are met. It's like, where are you at, bro? I'm hearing that like specifically with the Father of Pentacles in reverse, like the High Priestess in reverse. You're making me try to like read your mind. Like, it's like kind of annoying. I'm hearing that actually with the Ace of Swords in reverse. Like, why do I need to feel like I'm darting around in that room, like, you know, like trying to find you under like the cupboard now? Like, this is getting kind of ridiculous. Like, I don't need to run after you. I'm hearing that with the Hangman here upright and the High Priestess in reverse. Like, really, it's not something they want to do. They don't want to have to say, hey, you know, but you know, the haystack thing and finding the needle in the haystack thing is just not a good look for them. Okay, at the end of the day, like, they can do that, but they don't want to do that. So for a number of you, somebody's getting to a point here where they say, I'm hearing, it's the end of the road and I won't let go. Done along with me, I belong with you. Da-na-na-na-na. Oh, till the end of the road. Oh. Oh. Okay, so yeah. I see now. I see it like that. I'm hearing that like specifically. Somebody's like admitting something maybe. They're like, hey, they're just gonna come out. They're like, yeah, let me just tell you like up front. Okay? Yeah, okay. I'm in love with you. You can just hear how that sounds. Okay. If you're scared of that, that's what it is. And if you cannot see it as that, for whatever reason, I don't need the reason. I'm not asking you to tell me the reason. It's just like, if you cannot see it like that, I'm hearing, so won't you stay with me? It's like somebody's just like, hey, I want to give you a chance to just be honest with me and like, You know, I want you to stay. It's not that I want to push you away, but if you cannot see also me in the situation and like see how I feel and like see what I am feeling and what I love, I'm hearing, and that's you. In other words, if you cannot see yourself in this connection, I'm hearing, 'cause I'm saving all my love for you. It's like, at this point, I am in love with, I'm hearing my lines. If when I call them out, I read them out to you, and I'm calling you to hear them and acknowledge them, to acknowledge the love that I feel for you. Like, in other words, I'm seeing someone's like reading out lines, like they're revealing something of what they feel to someone. It may even be poetry. It's like, and I say, hey, this is for you, and you don't acknowledge yourself as a character. I'm here also in that show, and you say, oh, who are they talking to? I don't know, it's not me. Like, if that's how you're gonna react to it when I tell you that I'm in love with you, it makes me look lost in my life. It's like, and that's not a good look for me. I'm hearing that with the hangman. Like, that's not a good example I'm hearing as well that I set for my friends, my family, my followers. I'm hearing that as well for a number of you. Somebody's at a point here with their life. It's not about you and this person at this point, or like them and you. It's like, this is them with their life. And they are at a point with that where they say, I've made a decision to make a decision on everything, and I want to be deliberate with that. So the fact that you are obviously my life and that I love you means that I'm going to also want to make a decision in relation to that. I love you. I'm hearing that specifically, and I will tell you that clearly, so that you have that clarity and the opportunity to either tell me that you're ready or you're not, to realize that it's you who I love. Wow. So let's clear it. Somebody is, I'm hearing chaser with the chariot, runner chaser. I'm hearing that as well with the chariot and the Temperance card and the hangman. This person is like, okay, so, you know, it's not really about this person. It's like this person wants to take their life on, and it's this person who's in their life. So it's like, by way of that, it's like, they're just, let's clear it. They're making a point. I'm hearing that as well. And it might feel like an ultimatum, but it's not like, hey, either you love me or you're not. It's like, I need to be real with my life right now. I'm hearing it like in that way. So for the chariot and the temperance card, and you know, it's kind of weird because there could actually be some kind of, somebody's just like shocked. They're like, did he just like say that out loud? I'm hearing that as well. I'm feeling activated with crown chakra. Like, did he just like literally hear himself as well when he just said that? I'm hearing that like specifically, like, he did, because he wrote that letter and like his name is actually on the envelope, like in the from corner. I mean that like specifically, like, and it's written to me, that's for sure. Like, this person's like, is that really his letter? Like, I'm hearing it in that way. Now for a number of you, let's clear it again. This person's just shocked. They're like, I'm hearing that song again, 'cause I'm saving all my love. This person's like, oh my god, they left him a voicemail, or they sent him the lyric to a song. They're like, it's them again. Oh my god, they need me to like make money. I'm hearing that as well. Maybe someone's behind with something. 7 of Swords on the floor. Someone's been avoiding something. Let's pull a card here for each of the days. Well, they've been like wanting to, I'm hearing also vacation with this person, but it's been put off, and like, I don't know what that, okay. Anyways, let's get the cards out here. And this definitely, if that is the case, somebody's like, where are they at? Like, I'm getting tired of this. I'm hearing like specifically. It could have to do with timing, you know, someone's like late to an event, constantly keep putting it off. They don't give a reason as to why though. It's just kind of like, hey, I can't. And it's like, okay, well that gets old. I can't do that for any, not much longer. If we're honest here with the father ones as well in the world, we're about to just kind of put your frame on the wall. And yeah, it's your frame. It's not your picture. We'll keep your frame, okay? It's a memory thing, okay, like, it's a sentimental, I'm not gonna, like, erase you off my messenger list, I'm hearing that as well, but, your picture won't be in the frame, buddy, I'm hearing it that way, like, I will have your picture passed on also to my colleague, and, like, maybe they can deal with it, but I don't know what that's going to, maybe they could place another crown on your head, I'm hearing as well, with that, I don't know, the way you like it, I don't know, let's clear, it's like, I just cannot, though, with that image, I'm hearing as well that you left me with, like, that behavior was totally unacceptable. For a number of you, though, it's something maybe where it's like, yeah, it was just kind of like inappropriate, okay? It's like, maybe someone had an expectation that became very clear. It's like, you hold on, you expect me not to honor also my emotional reality. Okay, so then if that's the case, I'm hearing you need to let it go. And no, I mean, like, I'm letting it go, like, you also need to let it go. I'm really, like, specific, like, I'm seeing two people holding on to something. They're like, I'm not holding on to it, I'm like holding on to it to, like, you know, kind of like bring it to your attention, like, let's clear it. Maybe that, yeah, someone realizes, oh my god, I'm hearing, is she breaking up with me? The Death card here and the Father cups. Oh boy, when they are at that point and they realize, I'm hearing it's sink or swim, baby, they will find their, I'm hearing I'm hearing their outfit, and the one that makes them look no longer tired. I'm hearing no longer, you know, kind of like, I'm hearing like a worm, like a worm without a hole. I'm hearing those, like, I don't know, let's clear it. Like, they will show up, okay? Like, yeah, they will find what they need to find. I mean, they'll also find, I'm hearing their wings, but it's like I'm seeing a fish. Like, they'll learn how to swim. I'm hearing that, like, if they need to, you know? Let's clear it. But I'm also seeing someone, I'm hearing that song, I put your picture away. Is that by Kid Rock? It's like, yeah, I'm seeing someone puts someone's picture. Yeah, they're like, look, I don't want to say, like, it's a faded memory, but Son of Pentacles reversed on the 1st of December. Someone's like, are we going to say something about this, or are we not going to say something about this? Oh, whoa. Okay, so that's how you want to take it. 5 of Wands in reverse. On the 2nd of December. 3rd is the Daughter. Swords upright. 2 swords upright. Somebody's like making excuses for something. They're famous. I'm busy. Blah, 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 blah. I'm hearing that. Father swords in reverse. Like, it could be symbolic. It could be metaphorical. Like, you know, I'm hearing that's not enough. Okay? Like, this person stops them in their excuse. Like, inside of the hallway that they're both walking down. This person's about to walk out of the hallway and, like, enter into a room. Like, in the meantime, they're talking and they're walking. They're like, yeah, so I gotta go. And this person's like, you're not leaving me on that note. And that is as clear as it can possibly be made out right here, right now with us. We are here at the perfect time to tell it all out as it is. There's no more like, I need time to like talk about this. Yeah, if anything, I need to know right now what you're thinking. Not tomorrow, not on Sunday. It's your reaction that I need to be clear on here. Are you really interested in having this story also told out in public? Wow. So maybe someone is like not willing to come out with something in a public way, and like, it's like, yo, either you tell your family or like you're framed. I'm hearing that as well. Whoa, I don't know what that's only to. 1 second. So we got the first week there. 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is the 4 cups. Okay, so yeah, there's definitely this question of family. Someone's like, they're showing up late. They're like, I don't have my paper today. Sorry, my pencil's broken. Tomorrow. I'm hearing that like specifically. Okay. I'm hearing because it's plain to see. I'm hearing, I was made for you. Somebody feels like they're losing the opportunity. Sun in reverse. 9 of Cups, they feel time is ticking. That, you know, they have something and the candle just went out there. I can smell it. Somebody's like, yeah, it's Saturday. It's Sunday. It's Monday. He's moved. I'm hearing he's moved on. I'm hearing he's moved out. I'm hearing that as well. He's kind of sad. I'm hearing that as well. He won't call me back. I'm hearing that as well. 6 of Cups. I'm hearing breed. What breed is he? I'm hearing that. Somebody is like, he literally treated you like that? What a broken record. Ew. I'm hearing that. Obviously, he's operating from some kind of past programming state. This person's like, you need to let it go. Don't even try to like call him back, fix it. Blah, blah. Like, this could actually be something from a cycles of experiences, I'm hearing, that have led to a certain point where you're just like, yeah, this is the last time that's going to happen. Like, he literally left me hanging like that. That's the last time I'm taking his hat off of his head for him and taking the bow too, in place of where he should have been standing. So for whenever someone feels someone's just being rude, it's just plain out and about rude. And well, and I don't know what this is alluding to for everyone, right? This is a general reading. You have to remember that. And we're not talking about, you know, well, you gotta see it in your context, right? It's like, look at the context. Is it appropriate? Like, should I expect a reaction from this person? This is someone who you have been physically interacting with. Let's clear it. They have very manipulative. Okay, with the Devil and the Death card, at times possibly, like, they have this way of like keeping you looped in, but like not looking at anything in the room. Like, they keep you in the waiting room. It's like, what are we looking at? Okay, and like maybe their behavior is kind of braided. It's like, I don't know, did they write that? Did their friend write that? Who's that? Who are they? It's like they're confusing. It's like their behavior, something is erratic with the Devil here. and the Death card and the Lovers here in reverse. Like, maybe they write something and then they go back on it. They're like, actually, no, Two of Cups in reverse. Like, actually, I'm a beginner at this. I'm not good at this. I'm hearing I'm beginning to, let's clear it. And that's not what you're thinking about. I'm hearing that, like, specifically, right? I don't know what you're thinking. I'm hearing that with the Devil and the Two of Cups. Like, this is something very slimy, okay? They kind of say some things and then they shade in their lines, and after, it's like, you know, you need to write in pen. And the pen is not a pretend pen. It can't be a pen with like pencil lead inside of it, okay? Somebody is just like really good at maybe kind of going back on their word a little bit. They say something and then they write another. I'm hearing also email message, and it's like they change what they wrote a little bit. It's like, please, we don't need that kind of. I'm hearing also appetizer. It's like if the main dish is like not really good enough, like, that is a big problem. You're not going to make up with it with, like, you know, 8 to 10 appetizers that are all sort of like, okay, kind of like, okay, with the Six of Pentacles. Yeah, someone brings like 6 dishes to the table. It's like, okay, that's kind of making me think that the sliders are like kind of like, okay, but like they're there for a reason. And it's, yeah, Four of Pentacles, let's clear it. Someone's like passing things around, but this is on a time scale here for a number of you. It's related to time. Like, it's something just kind of maybe even like unprofessional, like, let's clear it and ground. Let me light to everyone here, but yeah, let's clear it and ground. This is somebody who is just like, it's the environment. Let's clear it and ground again. Four of Pentacles and the Devil. Someone's like a little paranoid. They're like, are they like saying what I think they're saying? I'm hearing there's all this, like, well, I'm sorry. If somebody puts you in that state of making you feel like, I don't know if I'm good, like they make you think like you're doing something wrong, I'm hearing you need to really brand your message differently too. I mean, to have attracted someone like that, like to you, who's going to treat you like that, you know, why did I make myself available for that kind of person to begin with? Like why would I make myself available for that kind of also personality feature of my own, maybe to be shown through? So for a number of you, maybe someone was triggered by some behavior. They're like, he's kind of acting like mean, he's kind of ignoring me, and then it's like he's kind of not really like, you know, branding it even as that. He's not admitting it. It's like then you're trying to get this person to admit that, and it's like that's just not your slap in the face either moment. Like, it's not even about you at this point. It's not about you wanting to say what you feel. Let's clear it. It's like, this is so draining with the Devil, like truly. And for a number of you, it could actually be like I'm hearing maybe something like physically. I'm hearing cavity with the Devil. I don't know what that's linked to. With the Death card and the Devil, it's like, it's something that just like, at a certain point, the world right there, it's like, you need to get something figured out here is what I'm hearing with the world, because otherwise it's a cycle and it's just going to continue on. So let's say it in this way. If you let someone treat you in a certain way, right, you don't set up boundaries in that space, it will just continue. So you can't say, hey, why are you like, why I'm hearing, hey little boy, I'm hearing that specifically. Hey, I know you're really like immature and like, you know, you don't really care about what candy does to you. I'm hearing that like specifically, like, why are you eating all the candy I'm offering you? It's like, I don't know what that's alluding to, no judgment, but like at a certain point, it's like we cannot blame others for their reactions, right? Technically. Unless you are like employed as someone who blames people, like I'm a professional blamer. Okay, then it's like your job. I don't know what that's alluding to. I don't know what that was alluding to. But for a number of you, you know, it gets to the point where, let's clear, yeah, you don't let anyone make you feel like you're not good enough. I'm hearing that as well. Yes, with the Swan, and you are beautiful just as you are. You don't need someone's validation of that. Now, if someone's rigging around the rosy, not giving you that validation, not making you feel like you're important to them, like that is, and that is really, really actually kind of at times like scary. It makes you think like, oh my God, did I do something wrong? Am I not good enough? No, you're more than good. You're not even in the tier of good, okay? You are better than what you brought to the table, actually, is what I'm hearing. And what I'm actually really hearing, if we get really real with it here, with the old dear Capricorn, whoever else is watching, it's not about the theory of this space, okay, that was provoked. In other words, what you brought to the table was actually something of a reflection of what they brought to the table. So in other words, had you actually, for a number of you, met someone totally different, you would have been brought forward to a completely different stage. And who knows what you would have created upon that. This is, for a number of you, a matter of you realizing, I am going to meet people where they meet me. And the fact that I meet with certain people tells me that I'm willing to meet myself at that point. You meet people where they meet themselves ultimately as well. And you draw the line where you say, that's acceptable behavior, that's acceptable for me, or that's not acceptable. Okay, if you know that, let's say there's a certain behavior, whatever. So in other words, let's say it in this way, it's a matter of what you accept into your life. I'm hearing that, ultimately with the Devil. And for a number of you, it's like, it's not you, it's actually kind of like them, right? So in another word, I'm here in another world as well. You got the world here, but over the Four of Pentacles that we move over right there, over the Chariot, is also just as much as when you allow a certain thing, you know, to sort of enter into your world. It's a matter of also when you allow yourself to be excused from that experience and say, I am going to sit at another table. No, really, because this one's uncomfortable for me. No, really. This seat right here, I can't sit on this. I'm seeing someone sitting on like a wooden wicker chair. It's like, this is wicked uncomfortable. I need to stand up. And it's like, I'm also like too tall for the height of this like desk, and like there's something off. Okay? So for a number of you, you're just pointing that out possibly. You're saying, I'm free to say it as well. I have free will. I can stand up at any moment and step out of the situation with the devil and say, I don't need to sit here. Okay, I don't need to be like, you know, like in this conversation. I don't know what this looks for everyone, but the beaver with do your chores and the Chariot, it's like, I can chase my dreams instead. And that's the point that we get at here with the Chariot and the devil, where we say, nothing is actually defining me in any moment in time. It's always the time that I give to the things that I bring my attention to that tells me what time it is, where, and why we talk about. I'm hearing what we make clear. I'm hearing as a position, one second, as paint. I'm hearing as well that we choose to paint with. Wow, in that moment, one second. So it's like, sometimes, you know, maybe for a number you get to a point where you say, you know, I don't want to like look at it like that anymore. I'm hearing that as well. Like, I don't want to look at it as something that I also have to like fix, you know, or save, or because it's draining. I'm hearing that with the devil, like even subconsciously, right? So for a number of you possibly, and it's always perspective, you get to that point where you say, I can say, hey, you know, I actually feel like I have a lot more opportunities that will make me feel like I'm chasing something worthwhile, like my dreams, right? So instead of working on sort of like, you know, trying to fix the problems with the solution, so-called, where it's like someone gave you like their so-called all and it's like still not good enough. So for whatever reason, it's like, as it may be perceived, like this person just still doesn't give you that validation, whatever it is. It's like, I don't have to work with that. There are other moves that I can make with a Chariot. So for a number of you, it could actually be someone who's just very stubborn, and it can be something of even a habit. It's like, you know, I can have another perspective. I'm entitled. I'm allowed to have another perspective about this. So I don't need to hold your perspective. That for a number of you is history, is the past, and it is something that has been, let's say, programmed and plays sort of over and over with the Chariot and the devil. We'll get into other readings here. Thank you, Capricorn, for tuning in. Always take it as you will. It's always a matter of your personal interpretation. And love and light to you guys here. Bye.